I just watched some of the best content I've ever seen, and it's got me super bullish on the hobby. Let's talk about it. So I gotta give a shout out to Logan Paul. I don't watch a ton of his podcasts. I actually just watched one of the first episodes in a long time, and there's because this gentleman named Palmer Luckey was on his podcast. Palmer Luckey is a 31-year-old billionaire who started the Oculus Rift. Absolutely insane. Ended up selling it all the way to Facebook, but it started as a Kickstarter. Started prototypes when he's like 15 years old. Go check out the podcast he just did. First 5 minutes, they're talking about Pokemon. The dude's doing the interview in a Ditto shirt. He's there. He's making new Game Boys. He's doing stuff with Tetris. He is just 31 years old in everything. Like, he is new companies. He's now doing military defense systems, and it is freaking insane. One of his like favorite people in the entire world is Seto Kaiba from Yu-Gi-Oh! He mentions that like deep into the podcast. Freaking dope. He is inspired by him. So I was just really excited to listen to that, and because the reason I picked on the video, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna watch this. You don't get a lot of really nerdy people talking in podcasts. Usually it's a bunch of extroverts and people that want to grow brands and stuff like this. This was really cool to have like a super nerd in our age group. He's 31 and he is just like in it, dude. He's talking about a lot of these people that do the missile defense things are like video gamers. They play a lot of StarCraft and Warcraft and stuff like that. They're ingrained in all this different stuff. And it just got me really excited to even turn on the video and start recording because it's crazy. The people our age are just going to be owning this bitch really soon. And it's crazy. It's got me really excited, bullish on like collectibles and just everything about nostalgia and back in the day, because it's at our fingertips with all these different auction sites and stuff. The guy goes on to mention that he has all these different Power Rangers, the belts, the original belts, the transformation belts and stuff like that. Just really cool that he's like into video games, but he's a beast as far as like being a super nerd. And it's freaking awesome. Go check it out. Palmer Luckey. The dude is best interview I've heard from Logan in a long time. Enough for me to make a freaking video about it, which is insane. I was just excited because he said he looked after Seto Kaiba. That got me super lit up. I am going to link it down below in the description, so you should go check it out. But man, I wish there was more of it. I feel like there is. Usually it's just CEOs. He is a CEO himself, but he is now one of the younger ones. Mark Zuckerberg was like one of the younger tech CEOs for a while. Now he's getting, I don't know, 36, 37, something around that age. He's a little bit older. Palmer is 31 years old. 31. This is going to be interesting to see how all of this develops, because as more and more money pours into this, it's got me super bullish on the hobby and just all things collectibles. Obviously, it's going to be certain areas of the markets that things are going to be popping off, but it was really cool to hear Logan and him just talking about Pokemon for like the first 5 minutes. Not a huge Logan Paul fan, but I do appreciate interviews, and I do appreciate his love and passion for Pokemon, which is really cool. So he is a very passionate person. You could see that in all things he does. And I do think Palmer is like similar. And they were at the World Tetris competition, which is really sick. So I'm excited to see more. I now need to go look up some more interviews where Palmer did, because I'm excited. I definitely like I said, seeing these interviews with these ultra tech people. It gives you a little insight into some things you don't usually hear about. I don't really care about today's gossip, like who's married who's J-Lo with now, whoever knows. But this is the type of stuff where I'm getting knowledge, and it's freaking awesome. A lot of the reasons why I watch some Pokemon content, because I actually gain some knowledge. I'm not here just burning my effing brain as I'm watching some content. So I can't appreciate when we have really good podcasts to listen to and actually get some information. It's phenomenal. There are some times where you got to turn the brain off and just watch them or play some video games, but it is freaking nice to be able to sit down and actually get some awesome information and learn something. So I do recommend going to check out that podcast. Also, George Janko has a podcast, and he's been killing it. I've been actually watching more of those than I have of Logan Paul's. I think they are a little bit more informative, and I like them. He has had some really good guests, and I do recommend go check that out as well if you have not already. He's freaking killing it. Shout out George Janko. But yeah, Palmer Luckey interview, super cool dude, down to earth, just awesome that he's into all of this stuff. His Game Boy's freaking cool. Recreated a Game Boy. Basically, he had said, and you'll hear it in the interview, and I do recommend you go listen to it. His Game Boy is basically not an emulator or a simulator. You basically take your Game Boy games and plug it into it, but it's like super high quality aluminum alloys, and it's awesome glass backlit. It's all the things you would ever want, like he says, if Nintendo had an unlimited budget. So if you're trying to break some bank and you want to go get a cool Game Boy, I'm going to be checking it out. I've wanted an analog, if you know what that is, for a while. I believe you can do emulation on that now, which might be the play for me, because some of these games, playing some of these older Game Boy games at slow-mo pace feels really bad. Because just like grinding and raising your Pokemon levels and stuff is really brutal if you're not on fast forward. But I don't know. I feel like I want the instant gratification. Let me know if you feel indifferent about it. But I just made this video because I just wanted to say, like, I'm still here. I do live stream still every Sunday. It's been a while. I think this is my first upload here in June. So I plan to be around a little bit more than I have been, at least once a week with a regular upload. Then I still plan on doing my lives on Sundays. But I'm here, still excited about the hobby, still have all my collectibles, and I'm really excited for the future and the way things look, because it's we're all getting older, and I've said this since the beginning. It's as we get older, we're all effing nerds. Like he said, he loves GameStop. Like he's not invested into it, but he's like, man. And it rang truth with me, because he's like, the reason I love GameStop is the midnight releases. It felt like a mini convention. All of us freaking nerds were there getting these games at midnight. We're all just like reminiscing on what we did in the last game. And that's freaking why I love this hobby as well. Collecticons and the ability to just have a community and all these freaking awesome people, to be able to fly down to Florida and have like 10 people at the freaking bar show up and just having drinks and eating food, talking Pokemon, talking shop. That's all I could ever ask for. So really cool. I'm excited. Let me just say hi. It's been a while. Hello, everybody. I will talk to you soon. Have a good one. Peace.